Yo guys, what is up? My name is Adam and welcome to the first part in the Christmas special on my channel. Sorry if my voice sounds weird. I currently have a sore throat. I know right before Christmas is the worst. But basically we are going to be building a park for the Christmas special, and I think it turned out pretty good. Basically, in this first episode, it took me about 2.5 hours at 8 times speed. I built the front entrance to the park and started up to finish I started the first roller coaster in the park, which actually looks really nice, and I'm almost done it. I'm still not done it. I do realize it's Christmas Eve. I filmed this yesterday. I'm recording this today. I do realize it's Christmas Eve. I'll probably only get 2 or 3 parts out for this. Sorry about that, but I'm going to do the best I can. So right here, I was just trying to get a kind of a grasp of the Christmas theme, the gingerbread house, and I wasn't very good at it. So I decided to go for like a more Russian kind of theme, more like log cabin kind of thing, because like winter, I kind of think of like cabins, and so that's kind of what I went for. Throughout the rest of the park. This is just the main entrance though. I also used a couple of blueprints because I wasn't really getting it. Also, I didn't have very much time, so parts of this plaza is blueprints, and there's so much to this like set, like just this alone. The this one house took me probably 25 minutes, and it's a pretty small house. But basically, the ride that we add today, we're gonna have 2 rides added today. We're going to have a carousel and a B&M floorless coaster called Frostbite. Frostbite, the coaster, actually turned out really good. I'm almost done. I'm just doing some rock work right now. But right here, I'm adding the Christmas tree into the middle of the park. There's going to be some presents around it and whatnot. Also, some nice gingerbread mat. Yeah, so there's going to be some presents. I did end up turning my settings down just because these gingerbread houses, there's so many pieces and whatnot. It started, and with OBS sometimes it freaks out at me and drops my frames, but I was able to fix it. So, but that's not for a while. Basically right now, I'm just adding a couple more things for the plaza and then some trees. I do love my rocks, so don't be surprised if there's a lot of rocks in this park. There's none really at the front entrance. The front entrance is pretty flat. But Frostbite, the ride, actually stands on a mountain. Like, it basically goes around a mountain and a lake. Which I think it looked decent. There's also making it so that only 200 guests can come out of the park at one time, just so the game doesn't lag as much, because when you get like 600-700 people, the game is starting to lag, and you don't want to pause the game, because I like watching the game personally. I like watching the game with all the little people running around, but I don't want to pause it. That will increase my frames, but I don't want it to be so many people running around the park that it's starting to lag my game. But anyway, so right here we're just adding our first ride, the carousel. I still am not done the theming for this ride. I kind of slapped it together since I was in a little bit of time rush. But anyway, after this we are going to be starting on the roller coaster Frostbite. I started with a really like ugly orange, and right here I was just going to get myself a new cup of water, which I have right now. Yeah, I know, it took me a while to get a cup of water, right? But here I am, I'm back, and I was just hiring a couple entertainers and janitors and whatnot, because I mean, yes, it doesn't really matter how our park's doing, but you gotta make it look nice. So here's the mountain we're gonna be building the B&M floorless coaster on. Sorry about my voice. It basically's got a curved drop. It's not finished yet. I still need to go around and smooth some parts. It has it's got what, 5 inversions. It's got a enlarged corkscrew, which you'll see right off the bat, a vertical loop, a Cobra roll, which is I guess 2, but and then 2 0G rolls, so I guess 6. Right here was the enlarged corkscrew that I was trying to do right under and over the mountain. I do go ahead and tweak this a lot, actually, because the shape of it was really weird. And I just kind of wanted to, you know, make it a little bit more smooth. And it actually did turn out a little bit better. Then we have that vertical loop. And after that vertical loop, we'll go straight into a Cobra roll. See right here, I was just trying to smooth it because I didn't think it was very smooth. But yes, yeah, you can see it's that ugly orange color. I eventually fixed that. So now here, I'm going to go into a Cobra roll. I kind of designed the Cobra roll myself with the pieces. I did them myself because I didn't like the Cobra roll that they give you in game is a little bit too big. Plus, I kind of wanted my size of Cobra roll exactly. So right here, you go into a, I was thinking of doing like this part, but then when I wrote it, it was going super slow. So I just chose to do a 0G roll into the mountain, and then out of the mountain, this is where you get to the weird twisty part. Actually, I don't think there's 2 0G rolls. I think there's 1. Now that I think about it, yeah, there's 1. Then you do this twisty part down around the mountain into a helix, down and over a lake, well, soon to be a lake, and then into the station. It's short but sweet. So here you'll see I am building the lake. I wanted the Cobra roll and the block section to go over the break. Originally I was gonna put a block section on this, but then I just realized why I don't know why I didn't do it, but I didn't. There's most likely gonna be 2 videos going on today, but that's just, yeah, that's it for the first little clip. The second little clip was after, obviously. I did this all yesterday, and so I was just doing a little bit more terrain editing, and I got lots of the foliage and trees and station. On the station, I wasn't sure how to do it because I wanted that log cabin feel again, like you're in the winter, and I kind of went with the western theme, but it looks okay. I wouldn't say it looks the best, but again, in this game, so far I've only been playing it for about a month and a half. So far, my actual building skills aren't that good and are pretty much limited to the fantasy theme. I'm very good at that theme. That's one of my great themes. But right here, I was just trying to do some block section. I was confused. I was mad. Anyway, so now here's where I decided to go with the old western theme, just because it looks like an old cabin. And yeah, I think it actually ends up looking pretty nice. But I tried to make it into 2, like one where the queue was and one where the main station was. It came out pretty good, actually, because I thought that, but the roofs, actually, I'm going to talk about something else. The roofs are really bad. I think that, like, the actual design and everything, it don't look bad, but the roof on this is not very good on my behalf. But yeah, so you can see here that we are doing the roofs, and I couldn't find a roof that I liked. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not tired, but it doesn't matter. I was just trying to find a roof that I liked because I couldn't find one, and then I eventually found this one. It didn't look great, but I decided why not? I might as well use it. And then I was kind of being dumb on this. I don't know why I didn't do that one piece, but I didn't know why I didn't just do another sloped angle. But here I just made a little roof myself. Now I was doing the queue line. The queue line actually took a lot longer than I thought it was going to take, because I realized halfway through that was a lot, like, the actual queue room was a lot smaller than I originally planned. But right here we're just trying to do kind of like a balcony kind of deck thing, which doesn't look bad, and then we're just going to go ahead and connect this right up to the other path. I mean, I'm definitely going to do some detailing along that path. Currently there's just like 2 little shops there near the waterfront, which are, I believe, Monsterita fries, and I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. So right here, I was just trying to get a good grasp of the Q path. Then I realized, oh yeah, there's curved slopes in this game. So I decided to do those. Right here is the outside kind of Q part. I was just trying to kind of litter it with trees, make it look nicer. There's a couple of snowmen, a couple of shovels. There's a little, like, not a war, but like a battle going on between two of these cowboys that, I don't know, it looked kind of cool, so I decided why not. And then there's a floating tree. But yeah, there's just some shrubs I was trying to litter around the place. Pretty much not the most detailed shrubs, like not like ones that are green and lush, because I mean, it's the Arctic, it's not supposed to be. So right here, I was just trying to create a nice little snowman. He turned out pretty nice. I like him. He's cute. Put a shovel there just to make it look like this. And then I put the snowman. He's falling apart. That was funny, I thought. So right here, I was just trying to find some more decorations. I used some gears and whatnot. Here's the two cowboys shooting at each other. I don't know, it kind of looked cool. I was just pretty much littering the area with props just to make it look a little bit better. So right here, I was just going around detailing the outside of the building. It's not the best in terms of detail of this building, but it does come out not so bad. Right here, I was just getting a sign. So you'll see right there, it's going to say Frostbite. I was trying to play with some fonts, but I wasn't sure what font, but I just went with the original default one. Here I was actually just adding another lake, and you'll see I do a little bit of pre-built things, just blueprints, just because I was running short on time. And yeah, so it is hot food. I'm not sure what that is, and then Monster Eat the Fries. Yeah, just more trees, shrubs. Make the place look nice. So I was trying to find some trees that weren't like the just spruce and birch trees that would fit in the area and not look too bad and whatnot. So right here I was trying to do the box or the transfer track. I wasn't exactly sure what to do for this, so what I did was just like these wooden just supports like hovering on the water. I don't know, I thought it kind of looked cool. It didn't look bad. So yeah, right now we are going to be doing a bunch of the detailing around the mountain. Lots and lots of trees. Basically, how I decorate my coasters in terms of landscaping is I build up the terrain around it, and then I take the trees that I want, and or most of the time, yeah, I take the trees that I want. The first tree I go with, I layer it where I want, then I go to the next tree and layer it everywhere. And then I basically do every tree in layers, and then I go around and do the rock work, or I do the rock work first. I almost finished the rock work in this episode, but I have just one or two little more things. That's why there's not going to be a POV at the end of this episode, because nobody wants a POV when the coaster's not done. I mean, people probably do, but about the whole rock work, here I am going ahead at a nice little arch, which I think ended up looking gorgeous. That was a weird way to say it, but I think it ended up looking very nice. So as you can see, it swoops down through there, and it's got a combination of both the rocks, the Arctic and the snow rocks, which are also Arctic, but they're more snowy, they're white. Yeah. So as you can see here, I was just going around littering a couple more trees everywhere, trying to make it look a little bit more nice. I didn't want it to be a tunnel there, so I was trying to find some nice rocks to layer around there, so I just put some rocks down below the track, a couple of trees around there. Still need to smooth out the track a lot. And then I was doing some rock work around one of the helixes that they do from the 0G roll into that overbank down into the twisty section through the mountain. I was just doing some nice little rock work just to make it look a little bit nicer. It definitely looks nicer when you're on the ride, because it looks like you're going into a cave and whatnot. But yeah, guys, this is very close to the end of the episode. I hope you guys are having a great day. Go ahead, drop a like down below, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.